Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're getting into a watch that really blends British heritage with some serious performance. We're talking about the Bremont Supermarine 500 meters. We've got this great article that breaks it all down. And, well, our mission is to pull out the really fascinating bits, help you understand what makes this one stand out, in a pretty crowded field.
Exactly. It's always interesting to look at how a brand um, evolves strategically and how small choices in design or engineering can tell such a big story about, well, about innovation and where they see themselves going. A watch like this, built for a specific purpose, it just reveals so much, about the mix of engineering, design, and history. We're definitely looking for those aha moments today.
Sounds good. A journey worth taking, for sure. Now, Bremont. When I think Bremont, I immediately think pilot watches, military ties. So it's kind of intriguing how a brand so linked with, the sky has made such a strong move into dive watches. What's the story behind that? The pivot to the deep.
Well, it seems like a very conscious, strategic shift. Davide Serrato is leading that. They've deliberately streamlined things into three clear areas. There's land, that's the Terra Nova line, air, which is altitude, and then sea, and that's where the Supermarine fits in. And this Supermarine line, it's had quite a radical makeover recently. Started with a 40mm 300 model, and now evolving into this more robust 43mm Supermarine 500m. So it's not just a new watch, it really is a statement about their focus. And the name Supermarine, that's a great nod, isn't it? Back to their aviation history, honoring the Supermarine S6B seaplane and, of course, the Spitfire. It really connects the past and present.
Yeah, that's clever. Bridging aviation and sea like that. And for those listening who might have seen older Bremonts, there's actually a visual clue, right? To tell the old from the new Supermarines.
Yes, indeed. The logo is the key difference. Older Supermarine models had their original propeller logo, really emphasized that aviation heritage. But the second generation, including this new 500 meters, they've switched to a new compass logo. It's subtle, maybe, but it clearly signals the brand's new direction, exploration in all environments, not just air.
That's a good detail to know. Okay, so let's focus on this specific one. The Bremont Supermarine 500 meters in stainless steel. It's billed as a standard production model, but it looks pretty serious, like a proper tool watch.
Oh, absolutely. That's the idea.
Yeah.
Engineered for, well, tough environments. It boasts 500 meters water resistance, which is substantial. The case is 43mm brushed stainless steel, and it's just under 13mm thick. So 12.98mm. And what's really interesting here is the steel they chose, 904L. This isn't your standard stuff.
Yeah.
It's known for being much more resistant to corrosion, to scratches.
Right.
In a time where maybe some corners get cut elsewhere, choosing 904L, it really signals a commitment to longevity, resilience. It kind of addresses that worry you might have with a tool watch. Will it really hold up? Bremont's basically saying, yeah, it will.
Yeah.
And beyond the steel, you've got the practical dive features.
Yeah.
A helium escape valve.
Saturation diving.
Yeah. Exactly. A solid screw-down caseback and an oversized screw-down crown, which is protected by these quite distinct faceted crown guards. Oh, and the bezel. It's a matte black ceramic unidirectional dive bezel. The numerals and markings are raised, laser-engraved gray, and there's a loomed pip at 12. Crucial for visibility underwater.
Okay, the specs are solid, but the dial, that seems to be where the visual novelty really lies, this new 3D black wave design, does it genuinely set it apart? Other brands use wave patterns.
It definitely does differentiate it, I'd say. What's cool about this 3D wave pattern is how it looks. It's not like those, regular, very uniform waves you might see on an Omega Seamaster, for instance. These are described as wider, more organic looking. The article even compares them to natural ridges and seabed sand. Give you a really vivid picture. It makes it distinct. It feels like an intentional artistic choice, evoking the environment it's built for. And then for legibility, which is obviously key, you've got plenty of Super-LumiNova. On the sword hands, the applied indices. The date window is pretty unobtrusive at 3 o'clock. Black background keeps it clean. And there's just a little touch of color orange. Minute markers at 60, 15, 45. Also the London text at 6 and the Supermarine text itself adds a bit of personality, I think. It feels cohesive.
Right. This looks good, built tough. Let's talk about what's driving it, what's inside, the movement, the finishing touches that ensure it actually performs.
Okay, so protecting that dial is a domed sapphire crystal. Anti-reflective coating, naturally, helps with clarity. The caseback, which is key to that 500-meter rating, is sealed solid. And it's got this nice engraving, a map of the world's oceans, ties into the theme.
It's nice stuff.
Inside, it's powered by the Calibre BB64AH. Now, this is based on the Sellita SW300-1A, but it's modified. It's a 4 Hz automatic movement that's 28,800 vibrations per hour. So you get a nice, smooth, seconds-hand sweep. What's significant here are the upgrades. It has an improved 56-hour power reserve. Pretty useful.
Definitely. Over 2 days.
Yeah. And it uses high-performance components. Things like a Glucydur balance wheel that helps with magnetic resistance, an anachron balance spring for temperature stability, keeping it accurate in different conditions, and a Nivaflex mainspring for consistent power delivery. Basically, all these bits work together to make sure the watch is, really reliable and accurate, whatever you throw at it or dive into.
Okay, so they've clearly put thought into the mechanics as well as the looks. Now, for anyone listening who's maybe getting interested, what are the options? Straps, price points?
Sure. You've got a few choices. You can get the Supermarine 500 meters on their quick-release steel bracelet. It's got a mix of polished and satin-brushed links. Looks quite smart. And it has a micro-adjustment class for getting the fit just right. That version is priced at 5,200 euros.
Okay.
Or, if you prefer something different, maybe sportier or lighter, it also comes on a quick-release black chevron rubber strap. Or there's a gray and black woven NATO-style fabric strap option, too. Both of those, the rubber or the fabric strap, they come in at 4,900 euros, so a bit less than the bracelet. Gives you some flexibility.
Right. So wrapping this up, what does it all mean for you, the person maybe looking for that blend? Toughness and style, we've gone through the Bremont Supermarine 500m, its roots in British aviation, the strategic shift, the robust build, that really unique dial. It definitely shows how looking closely to the details can tell you a lot about a brand's journey or just what a watch is really designed for.
Absolutely. I mean, it makes you think, doesn't it? What does a tool watch really mean today? How does a watch like this Supermarine 500 meters kind of push our expectations, both for sheer ruggedness, but also for refined design? It's more than just telling time, isn't it? It embodies craftsmanship, a brand's whole philosophy as it evolves. Ultimately, it shows how one object can capture so much a brand's story, its values, its vision, whether that's for, exploring the deep ocean or just appreciating fine mechanics back on land.